Welcome back to another episode of Inword News. This is your boy Dre. And lots been going on. I completed the sets to the home studio. I completed editing the world tour footage. Those are going to come out Wednesdays at 6. And I'm now gonna be posting more on social media. I took a little mini break, but now I'm kind of okay with not posting on social media. So I'll for sure be there to drop when episodes drop, and may crack a few jokes, but I don't know. You'll see. On to the show. New York tried a new thing where they sent mental health professionals to mental health problem calls instead of cops, and people stopped dying and being injured. It's crazy how sending professionals to their job makes things operate much smoother than possible. Defund the police and slide that money to these counselors so they can answer more calls. Now, this is actually a story that we covered on Inward News a couple months ago. They were talking about how they were going to start sending counselors to calls about mental health, like, mental breakdowns, like trauma people, PTSD, instead of sending cops. And it was supposed to be like a pilot program just in a small part of New York. And yeah, it's already had like amazingly positive results. Like, people aren't getting injured, people are less combative, they're more willing to accept help. And it's crazy that people have been saying this for years. Cops do not de-escalate things. Even if you've done nothing wrong, seeing cops behind you, everybody tenses up. Like, for people that are supposed to be there to protect and serve, you can't have people naturally being defensive around somebody that's supposed to protect them. Do with that what you will, America. The CDC is now monitoring over 200 folks in 27 states for that monkeypox. I don't want to talk about this long because those pictures are fucking disturbing, and I don't want no one looking at them for too long while editing, or I don't want y'all to see them. Like, it's nasty. Wash your hands, avoid people, lock this country the hell down. Monkeypox looks gross. Australia may be a dangerous land of prehistoric and deadly animals, but they're also one big family. Australia conducted Operation Rock Wallaby, where they dumped tons of veggies out of helicopters over the land that was ravaged by all the wildfires. This was their way of feeding the animals, so the animals that are stranded out there can eat and survive. That's amazing. Like, I don't know what that means for vegetables for the rest of the country, but it's nice to know that they are taking care of the animals, and because those wildfires took out a lot. It was a month of them burning last year, right after World War III happened, or potentially happened. 2020 was a wild year, but yeah, they're feeding the animals. Hopefully they can get out there and plant more trees, and that area could be somewhat, saved. But yeah, shout out to Australia. America could never. The state of California is suing Activision Blizzard for sexual harassment and frat boy culture. Activision is the gaming company that produced content like Call of Duty, Crash, Spyro, Tony Hawk, and many more. Activision denies the claim and says that California rushed to file an inaccurate complaint. California ain't the one suing them. Obviously, some disgruntled workers have the issues. So, whatever you're doing, Activision, don't blame California. Check your HR protocol. It's obviously something going on in HR, or not going on in HR, that's the problem, because the state of California doesn't just sue you for what you're doing. There have been enough complaints of this for it to happen. This wasn't a one-time thing. California was crack down on it. No. Check inside. Don't do an internal investigation. Have an outside. It's really weird with these internal investigations looking at you, police. But they're yeah, we investigated ourselves. Nothing happened. We don't know what's going on. We did nothing wrong. Twitter is testing out the dislike feature And I personally can't wait till they make it open for everyone so the world could be even bigger assholes on social media. There are people who will dislike like kids recovering from cancer on YouTube. So I know Twitter is going to be much worse. Like not even like a real issue. They're just going to dislike it because they're petty like that. For some reason, our generation is a generation of misery. I mean, hating been around forever. So never mind, that's not our generation. That's everybody's generation. But our generation is going to abuse it because we're the ones on Twitter. LeBron James has made $1 billion in career earnings. Ain't too much story to that. LeBron is paid. LeBron got you. And I'm sure this is like $1 billion in something that they can actually count. I'm sure LeBron has surpassed $1 billion a while ago. Like, I'm sure this is just one of those, like, somebody did the math and was like, oh, you know, NBA contracts, Nike contracts, you know, this and that. Between, like, movies and behind-the-scenes stuff, I'm quite sure LeBron surpassed $1 billion a long time ago. They just couldn't announce it because they didn't have the physical numbers. But yeah, shout out to LeBron. Space Jam 2 was good. Me and Q watched it here. That was a good movie. I don't care what y'all say. I'm not going to get into the debate on if it was better than the original or not. It was just a good movie. Good times for everybody.
Welcome back to another segment of Inword Sports. I am your host, Uncle Fred, and I just want to start off by shouting out my barber because, man, the boys at AJ's Barbershop be killing it. Hit up that boy Rock, hit up Warren, whoever you want, them boys will get you right because this fade is crazy. Secondly, we got to move on. I want to talk about the basketball team. I really don't have too much to say about the U.S. basketball team other than what the fuck. Fellas, come on, please. Please. Kevin Durant, 10 points. Come on, bro. We're trying to argue for you to being the best player on the earth, and right now you're looking terrible. Don't even look like the best player in the world right now, my guy. Right now, Evan Fournier is looking like a baller out there. Man, listen, he already said great individuals, but as a team, we not good. So please put this shit together before I have to start cheering for Lithuania again. Please, let's go. SWAC Media Day took place this past week, and I'm not going to lie to you, I was very impressed with the way these coaches handled themselves. Didn't get too high on their programs, not too low. They really stayed at that happy medium. Hey, man, we're going to go out there, compete. That's what you pretty much heard amongst all these guys. But one thing I will say, Coach Sanders, and I got to address him as Coach Sanders after this, because I have nothing but respect for the respect that he's demanded, not for just himself, but for all coaches across the SWAC, the MEAC, any HBCU conference, because you don't address any coach by just his first name. You address him with coach, last name. That's simple. End of story. We're not going to argue about this. Love the way he handled himself. Just get up and walk out of there. Just, hey, we're not going to go back and forth, young lad. I just told you what to say. You said what you want to say. We're going to get up out here, do what we got to do. Now, I will say this, though. Your son. That's a whole nother story. Now, at most media days, a lot of coaches like to bring on some of their best players so they can answer some of those player-related questions. And Jackson State brought along quarterback Shedeur Sanders. And listen, Shedeur, your statement about you guys not being like any other SWAC team, listen, my brother, first and foremost, you have not played any SWAC team. That's first and foremost outside of Jackson State. Secondly, my brother, y'all have only played five games. One of them games wasn't even against a SWAC school, it was against a Division II that everybody in the SWAC put up 40 on. So let's just go ahead and put that out there. Secondly, my guy, listen, I know you're bought into your program. You're supposed to. But when you go out and you vocally say what you said, that nobody else is on y'all level, sir, I need you to understand. You don't even know what you just did. Because the first game of the season is against FAMU, who's not even a traditional SWAC program. Brother, you got to be careful what you say because you're about to go take on a juggernaut that we call Willie Simmons, and everybody in this conference knows about Willie Simmons. So, my guy, I just want you to know, we going to see you. Everybody wants to see you. If I, as a spectator, heard that loud and clear, every player, every coach in this conference heard that loud and clear. So, your message has been sent. You just sent your message. Now it's time for everybody else to go ahead and strap up their cleats, and they got to respond. Now, I will tell you this. That week one is going to tell it all, my brother. And I'm telling you, Jackson State got away with eating their words. I'm telling you, you better watch them, bro. Merry Christmas, and this is going to wrap up another segment of Inword Sports. Before I go, though, I have to shout out one of my student athletes, hey man, Jaden Matthews, aka 4.0. Yeah, we call that man 4.0. I gotta shout this young man out, not only for his work that he does in the community. Shout out, keep working, my young brother. Hey man, the work you do on the field, very impressive. And the work you do in the classroom, the name speaks for itself. 4.0. Hey man, y'all better call this man. Get that man a scholarship.
And now on to the Y'all Hiring segment. Thrifts by Mish is an online thrifting boutique. She has all kinds of cute and trendy clothing that you can get at affordable prices. Tops, bottoms, rompers, dresses, and more. She also accepts quad pay. So if you ain't got it today, you can get the clothes today, but you better pay it tomorrow. Brown Sugar Soul Food is a food truck out of Houston. They specialize in wings and fish, but they also have obscure hits like oxtail mac and cheese and well-known bangers like not oxtail and crawfish, neck bones and crawfish. I wrote that wrong. I have to fire me as the writer. I'll then hire me as the writer. I heard I do good stuff. They just added a new menu item, which is the oxtail mac and cheese sandwich with Cajun fries. I really want to try that out. Their schedule is on their Instagram, so go check that out for the hours. Like, oxtail mac and cheese sandwich, and I think they had like a big buttered Texas toast for the like. Yeah, I need to take a trip. Fred, Smurf, Izzy, one of y'all go down to Brown Sugar Soul Food and check out their food for me, and tell them that you came with the Ignorant Noodle. You might get a discount. I don't know. Depends on how they feel about this video. Pee-wee's Crab Cakes is a seafood restaurant in New Orleans with 3 locations and looking to expand to Kenner, Louisiana and Hewitt, Texas. They got all forms of seafood platters. They also have a spicy crawfish oyster. Like, that's something I never heard of, but it's on their menu. And you know, I'm not a fan of like raw oysters or cooked, steamed, whatever. How do we make them? I usually do fried oysters if anything, but toss in some crawfish on it. You might have a deal out of it. I might. Next time I visit my family in Louisiana, I'm gonna see about going down there. Quan is a photographer out of Atlanta, and he does amazing landscape pictures. I don't know how he gets where he is or even finds these locations, but like his shots are dope. Like they are very beautiful. I know he does do some with models, but most of his landscape stuff is great. He finds abandoned buildings, he climbs buildings. Like his shots are like great. So hit him up if you need something crazy for like marketing or you just want to hang it up somewhere. But like, yeah, get at him. And also, if you have like a really cool place that you hang out at and you just want a dope picture, like hit him up and see if he'll take a picture of it. Cause these spots, like, I don't know if it's the lens, the editing, or just his eye, but he does some dope pictures. That's it. That'll do it for another episode of Inword News. If you have a black business and you want them promoted, or if you have an event coming up, you want it to be known, or you're releasing music and you want me to promote it, send it to me. I'll try to get it in the next script. Bye.